So we have two special guests joining us. One is a model, businesswoman, and the star of one of my favorite shows, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Cynthia Bailey. But guess what? She didn't come alone. She's here with her Emmy Award-winning journalist and her fiance, Mike Hill. They're both here. Welcome to the show. Hi.
Hi.
You seem pretty at peace now, more at peace than the reunion special.
Yes. That it is over. You know what? I have to be honest. This was pretty epic, the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. This is the first virtual reunion ever. And we were really stressed out trying to figure out how we were going to make it happen, but we know the fans wanted it. So
for sure.
we made it happen. As a matter of fact, I made it happen right here from where we're sitting right now. This is where I was sitting when I actually did the reunion. The backdrop is a little different, but yeah, right here in the comfort of my living room. So kudos to Bravo and Truly Original. We made it happen for you guys, and we did not disappoint. We did not disappoint.
Yeah.
I feel like how do you put yourself in the headspace before getting into these reunion specials? Like, do you know what's about to come?
I have no idea. I know it's about to come, but I don't know from who it's coming from and how it's going to come. I know the shitstorm is coming. I just don't know where it's coming from. And how do I prepare? A drink. I definitely had a cocktail the whole time. It's funny because Portia and I were texting each other the whole time. Portia got a little more turned up than I did, I think, with the cocktail.
The Hennessy was strong, honey.
Out of a straw.
But definitely cocktails. I definitely... I can't do it without God. I can't do it without the Lord. I had to pray. I had to pray on it. I had to pray on it.
Jesus.
And then last but not least, what was my third thing? What else gets me through?
Food.
Oh, and food. Yeah, it's a long day. I started at 6 a.m. because I'm quarantining in Los Angeles. So their call time, the ladies on the East Coast, their call time was 9 a.m. So mine was 6 a.m. So I probably shot from like 6 a.m. to probably like 7 p.m. that night. It's a long day.
Oh, wow.
And I had to find ways to relax her, kind of get her in that mood. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I bet you.
Wait, so are you taking like sex breaks?
What?
I need to take some sex breaks around here. Trust me.
Sure, her breaks ain't long enough for that.
Like, I'm a whole sex slave at this
now.
point. This quarantine.
I'm getting old, but I can still go.
Oh, you ain't going to let me tell you something. I'm tapping out. Like, look, babe, can I get the night off?
Speaking of, okay, so we're talking with Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill. Cynthia's from Real Housewives. Mike Hill, he's an Emmy Award-winning journast. But I want to know, let's start this off with, how are y'all doing in quarantine? Speaking of that, is the sex still going on? Are y'all getting on each other's nerves? What's happening? How are y'all handling everything?
Can't wait to get off this interview so we can go back to bed now.
Wow. Wait, that's amazing. How long have you two been together? And it's still like the sparks are there. It's not like you're getting in chill mode.
Yeah, well, we've been together for 2 years. We've been quarantined, aka imprisoned together for 3 months now. And I will say, I agreed to marry Mike. I never agreed to do a prison sentence with him. Okay, marriage, you get to go outside like when we're not quarantined. If I get pissed off, I can go and vent to my girlfriends, go to a bar and have a drink. I can't do any of that now. Now I just have to go to the living room and get over it. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm a good cellmate because I braid her hair for her sometime. She enjoys them conjugal visits. Best believe that. You know what I mean? So she's good with that. And then when we go to the shower, she also likes, what you do.
Well, I don't mind dropping soap.
I'm just saying.
You know what? You better drop the soap.
Oh my God, I'm loving this is so entertaining to me, by the way.
Well, we got a lifetime sentence together, so we might as well enjoy it, right?
Yeah,
life is short. Cynthia, you've been a housewife for 10 seasons.
Yeah.
Has there been anything that you've learned about yourself doing this show?
Yes.
And what have those things been?
About myself.
Yeah.
You know what? My goal was to still just be Cynthia and not turn into some monster or some horrible person that I don't want to be. But at the same time, I got a little thicker skin. Mm-hmm. And, there is Cynthia Bailey, but be clear, there is 50 Cent, okay? So I'm not a bully on the show. I'm not really trying to start a lot of, craziness on the show with my castmates because I actually do love all my castmates. I do wish them well. But, don't start none, won't be none. If I'm back into a corner, I will do what I got to do.
Cynthia's as sweet as they come. She's as genuine as they come. But when you back her in the corner, best believe she ain't no punk. That is for real. Yeah,
And
there's another side to Cynthia. Like Nene got something right this season. There is another side to Cynthia. You don't want to see that side come out. Now she won't bring it out herself. You got to pull it out. But when you pull it out, you want to push that shit right back in. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse.
Don't worry, we're gonna edit this.
No, we'll be able to edit it. We'll be able to edit it.
There's Nene and then there's Nene. Okay, there's Kenya and then there's Kid.
And there's Kid. Y'all, we are having such an amazing conversation with Cynthia Bailey from Real Housewives and Mike Hill from Fox Soul. Yes. I want to kind of dive in because y'all obviously being on this show, and Mike, you have your new book coming out called Open Mic, and the pre-order actually starts today? Which is absolutely amazing. But I want to know from the perspective of opening up your relationship to the world. How was that difficult for you both? Because the shade can be very real, and when you're putting all of that out there, it can be a lot.
Well, if you guys remember, and I know you watched it, we actually talked about open mic on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We actually got into a little tiff about it. That was when we were going back and forth, whatever. But and of course, they focus on the shady stuff mostly, the infidelity that he's had in his past. But there's so many layers to this book. I'll let you finish, babe. But you guys have to get this book. And I wrote the foreword.
She wrote the foreword. She wrote the 4-word, the 5-word, and the 6-word.
It was long. She told me to say what I need.
But she said what she had to say, and I'm glad she's a part of the book because she is part of my journey, part of that trauma. I had to get rid of a lot of journey. You talking about being transparent? That's the reason why you see me on the cover and I'm naked, because I don't want to hide anything. Everything I'm putting out there in the open. I'm not proud of a lot of things I did. That's why I had my head bowed down. But there was a lot of trauma I had to go through in my life that affected me, and I affected others. It caused me in relationships, in my marriages. She talked about the infidelities, but at the same time, I saw domestic violence growing up that affected me. My stepfather was a hit man. He spent the last 9 years of his life in prison for murder for hire, best friend being killed, and then the ups and downs of my career in broadcasting and all that type of stuff. So I wanted to bring all that stuff to the forefront, be honest and transparent, put that out on the line so that hopefully the therapy that I sought, other people can do the same thing and help themselves. But being on the show and being transparent on the show, this is her life, so I enjoy doing that. And one of the things I love about our relationship is we put it out there that we love each other, but at the same time, we also show you that life ain't a utopia. Right. We go through a lot. It's not perfect. We're perfect for each other, but our relationship is far from perfect.
Absolutely, and we're still working on our relationship. And I can honestly say that had Mike not written this book, without question, I don't think he would have ever fallen in love and proposed to me. And had he done it at that time, I wouldn't have accepted it.
I wasn't ready. He
was definitely not ready.
And there was a scene in Real Housewives of Atlanta that I caught a lot of flack because I said in front of my daughter that I was, never in love with her mom and whatnot. And that's on me, you know what I mean? Because I couldn't fall in love with anybody from my past because I wasn't in love with myself, because I hated myself. I put out this perception that everything was great, but on the inside, I was not. There were certain things, certain blocks that I had in my life that wouldn't allow me to fall because I couldn't trust people. So once I started writing this book, it allowed me to see some of the things that were holding me back and to seek the help I needed to get in order to open up, to fall in love, and to appreciate somebody like Cynthia Bailey. So I'm happy that it came on, and God has great time, and hopefully somebody else can learn and grow from this book.
So every man needs to write a book, basically. Everyone I date or any possible relationship.
Everyone sell their own tea, honey.
Yes.
That's what they do. Because here's the thing. A lot of men have issues and infidelities and, struggles, but they may not always disclose that to you. So at least I know what I'm signing the hell up.
I agree. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. It's about acknowledging, processing, and letting go to create a new story.
Right.
And that's the thing is hey, I dug up my own bones. You ain't got to dig up the damn thing over here. You know what I'm saying? So everything that came out on the show, I put out there on my own. We allowed that to happen because, like you said, we want to be transparent. If it's going to be a reality show, it's going to be real. There's nothing scripted. There's nothing fake about our relationship, and there's nothing fake about anything that we present on television because I'm not going to be a part of it. And I know she does too.
Yeah, I've always been transparent on the show. I've always shown that I didn't even want the show. I mean, when we were going, my ex and I were going broke. You guys have seen all the highs and lows. At this point, people are like,
y'all tell too much of your business.
Happy now, Cynthia. We don't even want to see your lows no more. We just want to see your ass happy. And that's what that part of my journey.
Some of them.
Well, they did. Well, you always gonna have some more haters.
So, real quick,
they can't be that much in love.
But speaking of that transparency, though, and I want to stay right here because obviously we're still talking with, my faves from Real Housewives of Atlanta, Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill. I want to know, Cynthia, there have been all these rumors that you have been fired, you are not coming back, you're being replaced by Phaedra. Girl, if you don't spill this tea right now and give me a little something.
He's going to come through the Zoom and try to...
Need to know.
Let me spill the tea. To my knowledge, I have not had anyone I have a great relationship with Bravo. I've been on the show for 10 years now and Truly Original. I think if I was fired or replaced or demoted or whatever the hell they are saying out there, I think that they think enough of me to actually call me and let me know. They call me about everything else. So I don't know why they wouldn't call me and let me know that. And I don't know what next season's going to be. I would love to be a part of next season, but I don't pick the cast and run the show. All I can tell you is this has been an amazing journey. I am very, very happy to be a part of the Bravo family and Truly Original. Shout out to them. I feel like at the end of the day, when my time is up, it's up.
Would you be okay with Phaedra coming back?
But whenever it is, it is what it is. I'm in a great place in my life. I'm happy. I'm in love, and I feel like my fans deserve to see this part of my journey. So, I'm giving it up to God. It is what it is. But I feel confident that I will be back.
Okay, so what would be the next stage, like besides being on Housewives and this whole franchise, like where do you see your life going beyond this?
Well, it's no secret that we actually met on a dating show. So one of the things that Mike and I are passionate about is looking other people up. We found love, later.
Gotcha.
I'm a little older, barely than Mike, but
she's a full high school graduating class older than me. I'm just saying. But
now you didn't have to say all that, Mike.
Look, just because she's a cougar, she's a beautiful cougar. That's all.
So you want to wait? So you want to do a dating show? Are you like are you going to executive produce a dating show? Is that what you're trying to do? Yeah.
A whole lot about it right now, but just know that there is a dating show in the works, and I think you guys are going to be all the way here for it. And Mike and I are so over the moon excited to do this because we get all the time from other people. I want a Mike, I want a Cynthia. Like, people actually, except the haters now, really celebrate our love and excitement to be together because it's not easy out here in these streets. You already said that, to find someone that, anybody can find. I can find any man on the side of the road if I'm just looking for a man to be with, but I don't want to settle. I want who I want to be with, and I want to be in love, and I want to be happy, and I want peace, child. I'm not just looking to be with somebody and have to Can you imagine being in quarantine with somebody you can't stand right now?
No, not at all. No, damn.
And I predict a lot of breakups after the quarantine. This is the test, honey.
Oh my God.
And I feel
thank
very
you.
And happy that I'm going to be with this man for the rest of my life.
Well, thank you, y'all, for joining us on the show today. Y'all are absolutely amazing.
This has been fun.
This has been a good break. And I honestly, y'all better stay tuned for part 2 of Real Housewives of Atlanta's virtual reunion coming this Sunday.
It's going to be off the chain.
All right. I'm going to hold you to that, honey.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications from radio.com. While you're at it, why don't you check out some of our other great videos.